podcast number 13. My name is JP Vargas de la Vega and the Managing Director and Company Founder of Galan Lithium Limited. Today, with Ross Dinsdale again, we have fantastic news to update. So I'll leave it to you to tell us.
Thanks, JP. Good to be with listeners again today. JP, it's a huge milestone today. Clearly, completing construction, which is something started some time ago for phase one, is a big milestone. There's testing to come, and we'll talk more about that in a minute. But just reflecting on what work has been done recently, it's really been a lot around the plant. So the ponds, substantially the first ponds, our big ponds, have been constructed for a while. An inventory, some 2 years of inventory has been accumulating and pre-concentrating, if you like, for now going on 2 years. So that piece of work was done, but it was the impurity separation technology which has been worked on successfully with Lithium and delivered in a really rapid time frame. And secondly, our own work, if you like, at site has been on the residual pond construction work. So the silvanite ponds, which are the ponds that will receive the final process brine, they've been completed. So it's all come together. It's come together when we had anticipated. We said first quarter of this calendar year, and that's what we've been able to do. So it's very exciting. And I'll ask you, JP, what's next?
Well, the way that I describe this is we built a house. So now we're doing all the electrical tests, pumping tests, making sure that everything works in the house, and then we can have it at the house. So this, in our case, is dry testing. So all equipment needs to be tested electrically. Mm-hmm. Then the wet testing, which we're going to test with just fresh water, and then we're going to do the next one with the concentrated brine. So once we tick all the boxes, then we're in production. So we anticipate that this work could take weeks, and we are very excited to see where it take us. We believe that after this, we'll officially call ourselves a producer, and first sales, we expect them to be in the second half of this year. So it's all very exciting, and it's but for us, this is just the beginning. Allow you to explain what's next for us.
Yeah, so obviously we're relentlessly focused now on execution of phase one, and you would expect that to be the case. But we've got one eye to the future, and the future for this is to take what we've got and proved at soon to be a 5,200 scale lithium carbonate equivalent, I'm talking units, and expand that out to 21,000 tonnes, which we've got the permits to construct for. We need funding to come into place for allow that to happen. So we're running a process over the course of this year. We've seen a lot of interest, and timing really is opportune. That the market conditions have changed substantially relative to where we have been in the past couple of years. So this presents the company with a terrific opportunity to expand, and we'll try and do that in a way that not only lowers our cost of capital, it gives us the best terms of that capital. So not all terms, even if you've got a focus on the cost of capital, not all the terms will be equal. So we'll be looking for the best terms and cost of capital, and we'll be trying to put that together in a rapid time frame, or as quick as we can, to allow us to expand and take full advantage of that RIGI, which we have in place as well.
That's fantastic. And this is a tendering process that are we going to make it very competitive?
Exactly right, JP. This is in our view, the best way of structuring these processes. It's a process with several gates in it to initially have a big funnel at the top to get all the options in the mix, and then you're able to sift through the ones that you want to work with and mature those ones to a point where you can take forward the relevant financing options. We expect there'll be a lot of debt involved. To date, the project has been entirely funded through equity. So there'll be debt in the capital mix, and there might be a component of equity there as well. So we'll run this process to ground over the course of this year, and we look forward to providing updates as we move along. But JP, reflecting back on our announcement, I just want to, in essence, highlight the so what moment. So we completed construction, but what does that mean in the current context where we're operating in now. The market's in turmoil. We've got an energy crisis going on. What is the significance of bringing a huge lithium asset, albeit starting small, into production at this particular point in time?
It's a perfect storm, as I could say. We knew that we're coming into a tight market this year through Daniel Jimenez, our director, his updates. He's of the view that the second half of 26 is going to be tight. So we knew this, but the energy crisis has given us a massive catalyst, and we were discussing that there is a delay of 3 to 6 months. It depends which automotive you want to buy, an electric car, I guess. And this is just the beginning. In my view, we are set to reap the rewards from our hard work in all these years for not letting go, for keep going, and coming up at the best possible time. We started with 4,000. We're going to get to 5,200. But I'd like to also highlight that we have a map our road to 60,000 tons, and potentially we could do more as we advance. You know, there is a massive blue sky for Galan, and even to consider beyond 60,000 is something that we need to do the work one step at a time. You know, we get into the 4,000, we need to demonstrate these units coming online, but Galan, as I mentioned before a few times, I will ask people to go back into old companies in Argentina, like the likes of Galaxy Resources, the likes of Oro Cobre, with a market capitalization in the billions. Back in the day, 2017, and people forgotten about this company existed. They're all part of Rio Tinto today. So I believe that we could reach those levels of valuation as we grow, and potentially beyond. We have a better asset, larger asset, and coming at the right time for this perfect storm. It's fantastic. I could not be, more excited as where we are. I know it's painful for families because it's expensive, but if we look at Galan and where we are, it's it's a massive push.
It is indeed. Look, it's a tailwind, and as you said, we're cognizant that there is somewhat of duress in parts of the market, but transportation fuels, we're acutely aware of what's happening for hydrocarbons and liquid hydrocarbons there, but also energy storage for power generation. Lithium has a very good use case in the power generation sector. So it is, we expect a tailwind in what we already see as a tightening market for lithium. So agree, JP. It's 2026 will be a telling year for Galan. We're bringing the asset on stream, but also we've got hopefully the market pushing us in the right direction as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the demand is not only from electric vehicles, not mobile, it's also stationary. Probably, in my view, a key takeaway for lithium from North America is not so much the automotive, is more to do with energy storage and the whole AI narrative. It is in North America, and the demand for batteries for all those AI to stabilize the grid for the supercomputers are going to be running. It's increasing. So I think that yes, the battle has been lost in terms of electric vehicles for North America, in my view, but the leading edge is on technology, and I think that's the second wave for lithium demand, in my view, going forward. And so lithium is here to stay, and it's been demonstrated now with this latest crisis, and we want to be part of the solution going forward. So it's what else could I expect in as a company that is at the right place at the right time, but is the tenacity of our board and our team, and to keep going, to believe in what we've done, and with this, I'd like to congratulate the team in Argentina, because they done a fantastic job to get to this point. So, it's a great way to start 2026. Briefly, I also went to New York, met with the Argentine government. It was the Argentina week. Got to meet with President Milei in Argentina and his the main secretaries as well. We got rewarded an award for being part of the RIGI. Caputo was there, which is number 2 in Argentina. And when I told the story about Galan, they felt that this is the type of investment that we need to also try to push forward, because Argentina is a place that is not very renowned for doing business, and we are demonstrated that we can be part of this new start of an Argentine economy that, if it continues to go like this, there is a potential massive inflection point in growth and stability. And yeah, you'll hear more from Argentina soon.
Very good. Thanks, JP. I think we'll sign off there. But for listeners, you can expect within the coming weeks, perhaps months, there'll be more updates from us as we start our commissioning process.
Yeah.
So a lot of exciting news ahead, and thank you for your attention.
Well, thank you very much. With that, goodbye.